Hi. Um, this is just a little overview and a project breakdown for a little motion graphics side project that I've been doing um, called the Ducky Project. It's super simple and silly, nothing much. Um, Actually, I'll show you the final clip. Let's see. Here we go. All right, there it is. So some of the all these elements are done in 3D, and then I've also did a lot of depth of field and glows and blurs, and some of these graphic elements are done in Adobe After Effects. All right, here's my project layout, and let's go to the renderable camera. So this is it here. And I've been using the Mesh toolkit for Maya. It's been introduced in 2017, and I find it really useful for doing some interesting procedural animation. Um, if you see to the right, I've built up my Mesh network here, and they have like all of these goodies here. Super fun, and I encourage anyone to try it out to make some cool motion graphics, title sequence, stuff like that. All right, but what I'm really here to show you is this cool feature called Maya to Adobe After Effects Live Link, or Adobe After Effects to Maya Live Link. I think um, it goes back and forth. It's really cool. I'll show you. I'll open up After Effects first before I geek out about it. All right. Okay. And we're in After Effects. Oh, by the way, if you're using older After Effects, like before 2017, um, this live link might be really buggy, even though it said that it's compatible. Like I tried using it for After Effects CC 2014, and it just didn't work. So anything above 2017 is is for sure the most compatible. All right, so in Maya, I'll go to File, and under File, there's Adobe After Effects Live Link. Open that up. It'll give you this box. It says waiting for connection. So Maya's um, looking for After Effects. And oh, there's a crash report. Don't send. Okay, I gotta open it up again. So Maya's looking for um, After Effects on your machine, so it can establish a connection. And I have this window open already, but if I go under Windows Extension, Autodesk to Maya Live Linked, it'll open up. It'll say not connected at first, but if you wait a while, all right, looks like there's a bit of troubles, but just close it and open it. So in my Adobe After Effects Live Linked, open that up. It's waiting for connection. And in After Effects, Windows Extension, Autodesk to Maya Live Linked. And there we go. So the connection has been established. Maya and After Effects are shaking hands, and they're ready to work together. So, all right. So, what can and can't you take into Adobe After Effects? Um, for one thing, the camera is the most important. So if I have the scene camera here, this is the camera that's going to render my scene project. So let's put the scene camera in. Just drag middle mouse drag and drop, and there it is. And in After Effects, in your composition, you'll see a layer with a camera. Okay. First of all, I'm just going to import all of my renders. I've rendered this beforehand. So here's the shot. Let's shorten that timeline. And there's in case there's there's a depth pass that I've rendered out. I'll use that later. But RGB mats. So I've also rendered from Maya a red, green, blue channel mat that I can use to separate out, to cut out different elements. But here's a shot. So Maya to Adobe After Effects Live Link. You can drag cameras into it. You can also here's the floor layer. If I drag the floor in from the outliner to the A Live Link window, it'll give me a null object in After Effects, and this null object is representative of where that floor is in 3D space. So if I play this, it should move with the camera. Oh, and another thing. Let's see. So I have this null. All right. I'll find that. I'm trying to find an example. There's a bug, but let's move along. Maybe I'll find it soon. Another thing that can be imported are locators. I have all these locators in my shot to let me know where in position my 3D objects are in 3D space. So I'm just gonna middle mouse drag all these locators into the A Live Link window, and it'll show up here. So these so as null objects, but as you can see, here's when I'm here's the bug. It's kind of not syncing up. It's not syncing up. It's because Maya starts at frame 1 and After Effects starts at frame 0. So just to fix that, just move the entire camera layer back a frame. And there you go. The null objects, the locators, are completely tracked to the camera. All right. All right, let's play that. Awesome. All right, so what can I do with this? All right, I can create a new solid. So this is just a solid square. I'll make it 3D, and it'll show up here. And I want it to be positioned where the floor locator is. So if I see the transformation value. So if I take the transformation value of the floor locator, the position, I'll copy that and put it into the position of this square. There it is. Right, cool. And then I'll just rotate the square 90 degrees, I guess. Negative 90. All right. In this window, I'll put it to two views. Oh, two views, horizontal. And in this view, I'll send it to, in this view, set to active camera. Let's set it to the Maya scene camera. And in this view right here, let's set it to custom view 1. It's black composition. Let's change the color of the empty composition to gray. All right, there we go. So I can see that my square, let me just dock this over here. My square is in 3D space and it's tracked to the camera because the camera in After Effects, which I'll find is right here. Here's the camera. It's got keyframe movement, and this keyframe movement is from Maya, directly from Maya. So there's no question whether things are tracked or not. It's tracked on there very well. Let's play it again. Cool. All right. So, okay, I'm just going to make this solid. Effects, layer, solid setting. I'll make it 5,000 pixels just to give me enough, by 5,000 pixels, just to give me enough pixels to work with. It's really small, even at 5,000 pixels. But that's okay. If I go too big into tens of thousands of pixels, I'm afraid it might slow down my machine. There's just way too many pixels to render. So I'm just going to scale it to cover my entire project window. Here it is. I'll scale it so it can fill the entire screen. All right. So this way, and I'm just going to drop a grid effect onto the black solid there. So this way, even though the layer itself, it's scaled, wow, 1200 pixels, I mean 1200%. The comp itself is 5,000 pixels, so it'll give me enough detail to work with. And there it is. Yeah, tracked perfectly into the shot. So what I can do is I can take the layer, I can pre-compose it, just leave it. So it will put the solid I made into its own composition. So if I double click on it, I can do whatever. I can put additional effects and put anything I want, populate this composition, and it'll show up here. All right. My elements are this. The grid is over all of my elements. I want to cut the grid out from all the elements. So this is why I rendered out a matte layer. So here I have a RGB matte. I just want to extract the blue out because I want to get rid of the floor. So I'm just going to use an extract tool and set it to blue channel and let's see, isolate that, set to blue channel, turn the white point down until, yeah, there, whoops. So, yeah, all right, cool. Now I have a transparency, toggle this. Awesome. So I'm going to go to my grid, alpha matte inverted. All right, awesome. Oops. So as you can see, my 3D objects are, the grid is being cut out by my 3D objects. Uh, Let it run preview, cache. Cool. And now more goodies. So I don't want this grid on there. I can go in, first off, I can just get rid of this grid in the effect, which will give me black, but I'm just going to set this to screen and come back. I'll just create a new solid and then use a radio wave, which will give me this cool effect. Oops. Put it into half resolution, maybe in third. Alright, that's a cool radio wave. I'm just going to bring up the expansion, maybe the frequency, polygon. I'm going to change how many sides it has. So I'll make it more polygonal. Alright, make it white. Cool. Alright. So how I did those elements is sort of like a combination of these effects. Fade in time. Let's turn that down. Oops. Right, width. I'll turn the width up. Oops. Fade out time. That can be turned down a bit. Okay. Curve size. Oh, I can turn down the curve size too. Curviness. I'll make it not too sharp, just bubbly. Alright, cool. Let's go back to that. Let's go to the very end. Alright, so bring it back to one view, and let's just lock this composition with the lock at the top left corner of the window. Double click on this comp, bring it, dock it out here, and all right. So outside, oh wait, yeah, let's lock that one too. So out here, I'm just going to turn off the grid effect, and there you go. You now have sort of like a wave. And this is how I've been able to do some of those geometric graphical elements. In the black solid comp, I can bring this, reposition this in space, and yeah, so and it will reposition it in 3D space. I can bring this to one of the ducks. All right, cool. If I can scale it, expansion is a bit too big. All right. And to make a bunch more, I can just duplicate one, bring it over. Yeah, let's just put it where that other ducky is. Just eyeball it out. All right. Um, yeah, let's see it play out. It's kind of like a super simplified stylistic pawn ripple effect. And since it's on a solid, kind of like a card, it's textured on top of the, it's layered on top of the CG elements, also being cut out by a mat. So the lines go underneath, appear underneath the 3D elements and the ducks. All right, that's sort of an overview of what I've been doing. Um, it's a really cool tool, and I find myself looking for any excuse to use Maya's mesh network and After Effects compositing to do some of these interesting motion graphicsy type of stuff. Thank you for listening, and I hope I hope to see more creative things. Cool. All right. Bye.